What's in my 50-litre backpack for the 1400 kilometre hike along the Te Araroa Trail in New Zealand, which is a through hike? Just for clear transparency, all of the gear has been purchased with my own money. I'm not affiliated, sponsored, nor collaborating with any of these wonderful brands. This is a mix of gear I already had and brands that I already really enjoy. What's new as far as the gear? Well, you'll see there's a new backpack and there's also a newer sleeping pad. One thing for sure, it's going to be an incredible, possibles journey. Hi, I'm Jenny and I'm dedicated to adventure. Now, before we jump into this, I just want to make clear that this is not all of the stuff that I'm going to be carrying. I'll be carrying quite a bit less than this because in this little gear layout video, there's quite a number of items that are going to be in my resupply boxes. So as you know, if you've been following my channel for a while, I was going to take my 35-litre Arc'teryx pack, which is actually a climbing pack. And I had trialled and tested an 8-day food carry in that before and everything went just fine. It was the pack that I used for the 6-week solo alpine hiking trip, but on that 8-day food carry, I used external dry sacks as food bags. But for the Te Araroa Trail being such a long hike of probably around 3 months, I decided that I needed a pack that has all the normal specifications that through hiking packs have. So this is an Atom pack from the United Kingdom and the model is the Prospector. It's a 50-litre pack. I chose to do the custom option. Now the custom option doesn't cost very much extra, and when you choose that option you get to choose your own colours, you get to choose your own add-ons. And so this one has the additional features that I didn't have before with the Arc'teryx one. It has the nice mesh pocket at the front. It has the side pockets. And if I just turn this round, it also has the drink holder pockets here. Now these hold 600 ml water bottles, so there's 2 of those. Here's my Spot Gen 4 PLB GPS tracker. It also has 2 hip pockets as well. So I've been testing that this last little while and that's going well. The tent is my existing tent. It's in here because of the Richmond Ranges section. It's going to have to go on top of my pack like a lot of other through hikers do, just for that section and probably a few other sections, but most of the time it'll be in that pack, in my backpack I should say. So this tent is the Big Agnes Tiger Wall Solution Dye 2-person tent and I absolutely love it. The only negative with this particular tent is that the bathtub floor, really does need to be made of material that's thicker, that has a higher rain rating. I haven't had any problems, but the reason why I haven't had any problems, I haven't had any leaking in my tent, no holes, nothing like that, it's about 3 years old now, is because I used, if you see the white sheet here, I use the Tyvek sheet and then I use the footprint and then the tent goes on top of that. Now with that, I have the Big Agnes tent stakes, and on my recent trial they were the amount I would need in high winds. So thinking about alpine weather, and I also have the little pole support should there be an issue with one of the poles breaking. So happy with those items. We're coming down next to my rain jacket. Now this is going to be an item that I'm sure is going to frustrate the heck out of me. because of the weight, I do love, for alpine conditions, I really love a long line jacket. I find that when I'm wearing a long line jacket that I don't need to wear rain pants. It matches up really well with my Arc'teryx pants that are made in a soft shell material. So this is the Macpac Copeland women's jacket, and it weighs an absolute hefty 590 grams. So it's way too heavy. It's something that's going to frustrate the heck out of me. As to where I'm going to pack it though, let's bring my backpack up here. This backpack has a pocket underneath. Let me just get into it. There's a pocket underneath. There we go. Hand is in there. I re-seamed, sealed this backpack because it has sewn seams. I used some seaming glue to reseal, which is seal those seams yesterday, so that's why it's not quite turned out properly at the moment. Yeah, so the rain jacket fits in there. I've tested this all out on the multi-day hike I just did on the Sunshine Coast Hinterland Great Walk. So that rain jacket, no doubt, is going to be annoying, but that's the choice I made. The other alternative that I probably should have gone with would have been one of those huge ponchos, but I'd already bought this one because I decided when I did the 6-week solo alpine walking trip that I really preferred a long line traditional jacket as opposed to one of those ponchos. I also have a replacement, just a fake little cheap little wedding band because I don't want to be taking my own wedding band on this adventure. And then little lion is my grandson's little lion. And so I'm taking that. It'll help him when I'm making videos and he's watching them. Down here we have some food bags. So we have these two here, the red one and the yellow one, are from an Australian company, Orange Brown. Actually, so is that one as well. And then this one is just a dry seal bag, which I'll be using on the flight over to carry some spare resupply stuff, spare pair of shoes, whatever I need to. But on trail, I'll be able to use it as a laundry bag or whatever else I need to. And I can also use the 5 litre bag that my tent is in for laundry as well. I might just go along the bottom. These are all pretty explanatory. Part of my toilet kit, insect repellent, hand sanitizer, toiletries, my bath kit there. And then we might then go up to the sleeping mat. So this is the Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm. So it has a rating of, I think it's 6.3, something like that. It's the large rectangular shape because the mummy shape was driving me nuts. And then the sleeping bag is the Cedar Summit Ember Mark III, and it goes down to -4 and has a loft of 850. Now I had planned to take my son's sleeping bag, which is a -10 to -17 sleeping bag, but after talking to a lot of the Thru hikers that have already done the South Island, they said that that was going to be way too hot. So I'm taking this one instead, but I'm pairing it with a Cedar Summit Reactor liner, because I figure when I'm sleeping in the huts that I can just sleep in the liner, and if I am cold, then obviously I'll pair it with the sleeping bag. And I have the Cedar Summit Eros pillow, and I've just put a buffer over that. Okay, camp clothes. So puffer jacket, it's a Macpac one. It's the lightest one. thermal top, matte pack fleece, and then I've got a t-shirt for sleeping in, shorts. I can pair those to swim in if I want to. Usually I just swim in my hiking clothes, but we'll see how we go. Matte pack long johns. I chose the thickest ones. Then I have the knitted merino gloves. Okay, it's a bit awkward to step here. The clothes that I'll be hiking in, I have my Arc'teryx soft shell, I think they're the Gamma pants. Really love those. I haven't said yet that I'm coming back for a break around Christmas for 10 days. When I come back, I'll swap these out to ones in a smaller size because I'm anticipating that I will lose a bit of weight despite my efforts trying not to. That's my P-rag. Then I've got a long sleeve shirt. I personally prefer to hike in long sleeve shirt and long sleeve pants. Just some bush gloves to protect my hands from bunnings. I've cut off the fingers on that. A head net for all of those delightful sandflies. Hiking hat, that's a wide brimmed one. And that's potentially another thing that's going to annoy me. Then for a sports bra, I've chosen this one. It's just from a cheap store, but I really love it, and I use it as a swimming top when I want to. Buff, and then 2 pairs of trunks. I like the ones with the longer leg because they protect you a little bit more. Technology bag. I might have time to go through that separately, we'll see, but in there is a Nightcore 20,000 milliamp hour power bank, along with I think it's an Anchor 10,000 milliamp power bank. There's also a 1,000 terabyte storage device for all of my camera stuff, all of my filming. It's a Samsung one, I think. I have my headlamp, which is a Petzl Bindi, the really small one. I would have liked to have replaced that with one that has the red light, but I don't. I haven't. What else is in there? FlexiTowel air pump. Just the normal stuff. Wall chargers, 2 wall chargers, and then I'll be carrying an iPhone. I'm filming on the iPhone that I'll be carrying at the moment. First aid and repair kit, there's just the normal stuff in there, spare rubber bands, some dressings, blisters, repair tape, all of that normal stuff. What are we up to? A sit pad. I have my jet boil. Now in the jet boil, I have a little scoop to measure out all of the things. I measure out my protein powders, all of the ingredients for my breakfast, for my dinners when I'm not just buying freeze dry. Thanks to my girlfriend Nikki. I have a little pocket knife, nail clippers. This is a 200 rated piece of line to use either to hang my backpack or, more importantly, to hang my food bags from trees. And then you've got the stove in there. You know, I could have saved a bit of weight with a different stove. This is the Flash, the 1 litre version. Once again, I'm going with what I've got. We'll see how that all ends up. So I have my shoes here. So I'll be starting with the Ultra Lone Peaks. They already have about 450 Ks on them, lined with using these and Injinji toe socks. And when they wear out, in my resupply box, I'll be swapping over to the Ultra Mont Blancs with the same inserts, same toe socks, a fresh pair for each pair of shoe. And should I need it, I also have another brand new pair of those just in case. Camp shoes, they're just a really cheap pair of slides. There's some little gaiters, pack liner, And my hiking poles are the Lecky Kumbu Light. These are cut up bits of TheraBand that I use for filming with my iPhone. My water treatment system. I have the CNOC 2 litre bladder, the 1 litre Candelion Be Free. I also have some drops for if I'm forced to collect water from any areas where there are farm animals, which of course all hikers try like heck to avoid. These 2 bottles here are for my olive oil. That's how I get some extra fats into me. These little containers are going to be in resupply boxes. That's what I pack, like my toothpaste, sun cream, zinc, and then 3 of these other ones I pack some chili flakes and herbs, that sort of thing. So there you have it. That is all of the gear. We'll see whether anything changes over my through hike, I'm not sure. But that's what we've got now. Base weight is currently sitting, it should be, the old base weight for the Alpine trip was 6.672 kilos, I think, from memory. At the moment I'm sitting at a base weight of around 8, which is quite a bit heavier, but I've got the heavier rain jacket. I have a slightly heavier backpack, and the sleeping pad is heavier as well. So there you have it. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I'll be filming and uploading daily episodes while I'm on the Te Araroa Trail every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday and Sunday you won't see anything, but I'm going to be very, very busy because I'm also working while I'm over there as well. Have a great day. Happy hiking. Bye for now.